With her longtime love, Prince Philip, by her side, Queen Elizabeth II ruled the British royal family for the entirety of her 70-year reign. Their tale started when they were little and ended on April the 9th, 2021, the day Philip passed away. The couple, however, didn't live together. It's shocking how they still enjoyed their marriage from a distance. So, sit tight as we unveil why Prince Philip and the Queen didn't live together. At the time they met, Prince Philip of Greece and Queen Elizabeth were distant relatives because they were both Queen Victoria's great-great-grandchildren. They first connected at Elizabeth's uncle, Prince George, Duke of Kent, and his cousin, Princess Marina of Greece and Denmark's wedding. Elizabeth was 8 years old and not even expected to become queen at the time. Edward, the older brother of her father, was next in line and also anticipated to bear an heir. When the Queen's family paid a visit to the Royal Naval College, where the prince was a cadet in training, they ran into each other again when she was 13 and he was 18. It appeared to be love at first sight by the sounds of it. In a book by Marion Crawford, the Queen's nanny at the time, said that the monarch was deeply smitten by the prince. She never took her eyes off him, Crawford remarked. In the years that followed, the two stayed in touch, and according to her cousin Margaret Rhodes, who spoke to Vanity Fair, she never looked at anyone else. After exchanging letters for years, the two had developed a passionate love. Ingrid Seward, a biographer, claims that the most romantic letter to Elizabeth Prince Philip wrote, "To have been spared in the war and seen victory, to have been given the chance to rest and readjust myself, to have fallen in love completely and unreservedly, makes all one's personal and even world's troubles seem small and petty." King George liked the prince, even though he didn't officially have high enough titles to wed a person holding the Queen's status. He merely requested that they hold off making their engagement public for a year until the Queen was 21. Philip popped the question to her following a month-long family vacation at Balmoral. Using diamonds from her mother's tiara, London jeweller Philip Ardrobas created the engagement ring. If you want to be part of our family, quickly subscribe to our channel and turn on your notification bell so we can keep spilling the royal tea. On July the 9th, 1947, Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip finally made their engagement public by sharing a portrait with the world. It is evidently a marriage of choice rather than through force. The Queen was never cajoled into marriage with anyone. It was rather a journey of true love. The wedding took place at Westminster Abbey on November the 20th, 1947. But as it was the first significant event following World War II, King George VI insisted on a more intimate ceremony to avoid offending the people of the recovering nation. Elizabeth's dress was made particularly for the event, but she had to use clothes ration coupons to pay for it due to existing World War II rationing restrictions. The satin dress had a 15-foot silk tulle train and was adorned with crystals and 10,000 pearls that were imported from the United States. Only 150 people, a small number for a royal event, attended the ceremony with the Queen and Prince, which was followed by a luncheon at Buckingham Palace. After the wedding, Princess Elizabeth and Prince Philip went to Buckingham Palace. There they stood on the balcony to wave to the crowds of onlookers who had gathered to commemorate the couple's marriage. Elizabeth, who was only 25 years old, succeeded her father King George VI to the throne following his death in 1952. In June of the following year, Prince Philip supported Elizabeth throughout her coronation ceremony. According to Brown, the royal historian, Philip, Duke of Edinburgh, pledged to Elizabeth, "I do become your liege, man of life and limb and earthly worship, so help me God." Her position and duties at the time allegedly caused the couple's marriage to suffer. The kids weren't even allowed to use Prince Philip's last name because of her status. Over the length of their marriage, which was the longest in British royal history, Philip was credited with keeping the Queen steady, content and amused according to Brown, who spoke to CBS News on Thursday. Brown stated, "Philip kept the Queen real. That's why she loved him so. His sense of humour was sharp. He exhibited extreme irreverence. She adored him because he always made her laugh and always told the truth." They celebrated their 50th wedding anniversary on November the 20th, 1997, and Queen Elizabeth II made the following statement about her husband. "He is someone who doesn't take easily to compliments, but he has quite simply been my strength and stay all these years. And I, and his whole family, as well as this, and many other countries, owe him a debt greater than he would ever claim or we shall ever know." The couple celebrated their platinum jubilee of 70 years of marriage in 2017, making them the first members of the royal family to do so. Their family had expanded to include 8 grandkids and 10 great-grandchildren since they exchanged their vows decades earlier. More individuals started snooping on the royal couple and learning about their relationship intricacies when Netflix The Crown premiered in 2016. You are aware, if you have viewed it, Prince Philip had a reputation for being outspoken and headstrong, much like the Queen. The Duke of Edinburgh was frequently frightfully at ease with his thoughts in public, maybe because he was aware of his position as the most well-known stay-at-home spouse in the nation. In 2017, the year he retired, the Prince gained notoriety for remarking that he was the world's most experienced plaque unveiler. According to the Daily Beast, Prince Philip moved out of Buckingham Palace late into his life into a farm manager's cottage at the royal residence, Sandringham. This fact about the Queen and Prince Philip is unlikely to ever be depicted in The Crown. After retiring from public life at the age of 96, he apparently stopped living with the Queen. The Queen has described Prince Philip as her strength and stay, but now that he is retired, they are unable to spend as much time together. Of course, viewers of the Netflix series will remember that Prince Philip isn't shown to be very fond of Buckingham Palace. The Queen, however, was required to reside in Buckingham Palace so that she could carry out her duties. For the first time in their 2-year separation, Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip moved back together at Windsor Castle in 2020 when COVID-19 swept through the UK, according to Marie Claire. In reality, Prince Philip was probably happiest when he was not residing with the Queen. When he retired, a rumour that appeared in gossip publications said that the Queen had contributed to the decision in some way. She is too familiar with him. If he was still at the centre of royal affairs, he would feel compelled to get involved. He's not too far away, but he's at Wood Farm so he can relax, a source told the media at the time, according to Woman and Home. The Prince reportedly compared the design of Buckingham Palace to that of a hospital, according to the Daily Beast. The palace was undoubtedly never a location where the Duke of Edinburgh could relax, as Charlie Proctor, editor of the Royal Central, claimed in an interview with the Daily Star. According to Proctor, the Duke viewed it as a workplace. It may not provide the same quiet peace as Sandringham House or Windsor Castle because it is located in the centre of busy central London. Prince Philip didn't give up the comforts of royal life when he moved to the farmhouse rather than Buckingham Palace. The Prince, according to the Daily Star, had a house crew to minister his requirements, which included 2 pages, a frontman, a chef, a maid and a valet. Prince Philip and the Queen maintained contact, even if he may not have lived with her during his retirement. According to a 2019 Express article, the Duke of Edinburgh and his wife were on the phone every day. Even though it may come as a shock to some, those who follow the royal family are aware that Prince Philip and Queen Elizabeth have frequently expressed a desire to live a less formal life than the one that had been assigned to them, one devoid of the spotlight and official duties. In fact, the Queen frequently visited Philip at his more private residence. Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh, who had been the Queen's husband for 73 years, passed away on April 9, 2021. On Instagram, the royal family announced the sad news, writing, "His Royal Highness passed away peacefully this morning at Windsor Castle. What did you admire most about the marriage between Prince Philip and the Queen? Share your thoughts with us in the comments section below. Click here to watch more videos, and thanks for watching.